Hey girls. Hello Scorpio, how are you doing? My name is SimplyVelca, and I'm going to be doing your weekly reading for love. Now I also do general readings, which I'll put a link to up here if you want to check it out after this reading, but with any of my readings, I always ask the individual to rely on their intuition. That's because, put it in perspective. I'm just a man reading some tarot cards. You know your situation better than I ever possibly could. So take the cards that resonate and leave what doesn't, because I'm not going to take it personally. Okay, and so if you're interested in hearing my tarot perspective of what's going on in your love life between you and your person and the energies around it, then yeah, let me know. Pay attention to the... Let me know which card resonates with you, right? I would love to hear about your situation, what's going on in your life. I enjoy hearing about your perspective on everything. So, Emily, I would love for you to give me a like and subscribe if you enjoy this reading and you find that it gives you a sense of direction. But let's just jump into your reading right now, right? For you, Scorpio, we have, for your energy, the Dreamer card, the Leap of Faith, Follow Your Dreams, Unexpected Opportunities. Beautiful card. So you right now, Scorpio, you are in your element. You kind of are doing soul seeking. You're doing what just feels right to you. And you kind of adopt it with the Fool card again. Because the Dreamer card is the Fool in this tarot deck. And so both of them being 0, yeah. So it's like you have the Fool twice in your reading. And so that's very much so your energy right now. You're very much so doing some soul seeking and just doing what feels right to you. Something kind of is reignited in you in a sense. We have the 9 of Pentacles and then the 2 of Swords as well. So this is interesting energy. This is interesting energy in that it's almost as if there's a switch that's been flipped in you, and there's just this because the Fool represents not careless, well, I guess yes, kind of carelessness, but just excitement for the future, right? And so, but it's one of those things where the Fool doesn't pay attention to where it's walking. That's kind of the energy where you could end up being the Fool and walking off that cliff, but you're just doe-eyed about the world and the adventures in it. But with this 2 of Swords energy and the 9 of Pentacles energy, this is kind of this is the energy of someone that's okay with that entirely. They're aware that they could jump off this mountain and it could be chaotic, but you're kind of okay with it. It's not a bad thing. I'm kind of just observing him oh, So let's jump into the energy of the relationship right now. We have the Ace of Fire in the middle. An exciting new opportunity, career advancement, changing your life now. So this is kind of an energy, even looking on with your person. I feel you're already talking to them, dare I say. Either you're talking to them or you both are just separately going through in this process. It's you both are in this intention of having something grow. I feel whether it's consciously or unconsciously, in the back of your mind with this Ace of Fire energy, there's some type of spark there. There's some type of forward movement that I'm feeling. It may not be grounded yet because I don't see any pentacle energy besides on your end. So it's you're kind of the foundation of this energy. So this may be saying because you have the foundational energy, Scorpio, it may be saying that the ball's in your court to have something created, because that's the thing. There's no earth energy here to ground this, and you'll understand once I get into the other side of it. But with the Ace of Fire energy as clarifiers, I pulled the Emperor, the Queen of Cups, and then the King of Swords inverted. So this is very much so thriving energy. And when it's paired with the Ace of Fire, this is just very much so people knowing what it is that they want. People knowing what it is that they want, but this King of Swords energy being inverted, there's this underlying theme of chaotic energy. And again, I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing. I'm truly not. It's just like a thing I'm making an observation about, where it's just very much so throwing caution to the wind. And I only like make a note of it, Scorpio, just because it's like, for Spirit to be bringing it up in the reading, there may be a purpose to it. But I'm not getting any message on it either, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend like there's like some ominous message attached to it. But we do have the Knight of Earth. Knight of Earth asks you to buckle down and get things done, honor your commitments, guardian angel. So this is kind of giving me that affirmation. We were looking for that earthly coin, because Earth is coin and pentacle energy. We're looking for that, and this is where the grounding energy comes in. I do feel like there is like a sense of grounding that does need to happen. And it's like the night energy too, so it's purposeful, like youthful energy. So it's like you still need like that grounding presence to this like caution to the wind energy. It's very much so like the don't just like, because this is like right now in the middle of this energy, Scorpio, this is what, like, let me explain this perspective. How I'm seeing this is like, and I'm not saying this is you, but it's like with all this like full energy, caution, like knowing that this is bold and like whatever, this is very much so like eloping energy, right? And I truly don't have an opinion on it, right? I don't. I could easily see myself doing the same thing, right? But consider the source of who's agreeing with you, right? I'm a little bit cuckoo. But that's kind of energy that I'm getting, is like you guys meet up, you link up, and you just elope after like a weekend together, which again, it's not a bad thing, right? It's not necessarily inherently a bad thing. It's just one of those things that just being like, okay, like, do you know what you're signing yourself up for? And I only like think about it because it's like Spirit, like if there's a, like, at least with my readings, I've never experienced Spirit bringing something up that's pointless. So it's like, it's something that I always like will just take note of, but you take it as you will, right? I do ask you to rely on your intuition. But with the Knight of Earth talking about buckling down, like this is talking, like I always associate this as like whenever this card comes forward, your spirit guide is speaking through it currently. And I feel like this energy is where it's like, there's just like a sense of responsibility that needs to happen, I guess, in this energy. 7 of Air I pull as well. Plans that need revising, more going on that meets the eye, poor timing. So maybe this is like a, before you make too big of decisions, Scorpio, before like eloping, let's go with that storyline. Before eloping, let's plan this out a little bit more, right? Let's get it from their side. You'll understand, I feel like, a bit more once we get this side. For them, we have the 3 of Water. So it's like, they're in this element of where it's like they're in their self-discovery as well. This is more so someone that, if someone adopts like the 3 of Water or the 3 of Cups energy, because that's what I think they are as a person, this is someone that is very much so a big dreamer, a sense. They have more of like a, because the 3 of Water is like the celebration card. That's like the like, yeah, it's just like the celebration card. It's usually like, you know, usually when this card comes forward, this is like a, people always call this like the third party card as well, because it's like the 2 of Cups, but with another one, right? So it's like in the same effect as like the 2 of Cups, which is a beautiful, like, romantic card, abundant card, but then you just add another layer to it, right? So when they are the 3 of Water, they're just very much like, it's very much so like that kind of enabling energy. Like they're the optimist as well. It's like in that eloping process, they're just like, oh yeah, like true, like they don't see anything, like they don't understand like the caution part of it, I guess. Like it's very easy to like throw caution to the wind when the other party doesn't even, like, caution's not in their vocabulary, because they're like just overtly optimistic about everything, right? So then we have the Hierophant, but they're learning though. I feel like they're in like this growing phase in their mental entirely, because it's like they have the Hierophant as a clarifier, which is like a commitment card, ironically enough, as well. So they very much so would be that kind of person and be like, if you brought up the idea of being like, oh, you want to just elope if you're just having like a moment, then they would absolutely be like, oh yeah, like why not? Like, why not? But they're definitely going through some stuff as well. Like they're healing, they're going through like their own mental journey. in overcoming things, because they do have the 10 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. So something's going on with them mentally. I don't really feel comfortable deep diving into their energy too much, because with all this sword energy, this is kind of hinting to me where it's just like a someone doing, like an individual doing shadow work and figuring out, like, you know, if they're feeling insecure. You know, there's something like deep and repressed here. Like, that's what I'm feeling with this energy. It's like very repressed energy, and I just don't feel comfortable like going too much deeper with that. I feel like that's only fair. So let's see what moon cards we get. Let's see. Okay, you want it to be out as well. Waxing moon, the energy is gaining momentum. So maybe this is like a reassuring card of, so you don't feel so rushed. It's like, because that's the thing, it goes along with your 7 of Rare saying poor timings, but it's just like, it's poor timing because the energy is still gaining momentum. Don't like pull the trigger just yet, because a new start is coming, new moon, right? Communication is key, because as I said, remember earlier where I was like, it doesn't feel like this other person, like caution isn't in their vocabulary, so maybe they wouldn't understand like that grounding energy. So it's like, make it clear on like the whole process of it, and just like the whole plan of it, because it, like, make them see that it's going to be a win-win outcome, right? Full moon in Libra. So it's like, make them see the bigger picture of it. And I feel like things will just like pan out beautifully. I feel like for most of you guys are already connected. If you haven't connected with this person yet, I do feel like this is just a, you know, wait for the perfect timing. One of those things where, because this person is going through their own mental journey. So maybe if you're not getting energy from them right now, it's because they're going through like this deep stuff, right? So keep that in mind as well, Scorpio. But yeah, that's the reading that I have for you, Scorpio. Hopefully this reading helped you in any sense. And if it did, remember to give me a like and subscribe. I love you so much. Bye.